performs at New York Comedy Club, or Broadway Comedy Club in New York City. She will be there on February 6th. She performed at Fox's and Hudson Bar and Grill. Everybody give it up for Pambo.
How you doing, everybody? Wake up!
Mr. Worldwide.
Is that my song? I can dance to this anyway. Hi. Before I was Pambo the comedian, I was Fairuz the belly dancer. For 25 years. Okay? And man, it was a ride. So, I did belly dancing at a adult education class, and my friend dragged me to it, and I got the bug and she didn't. So I decided to take classes with a lot of wonderful teachers, including one who's in the audience today. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Shadia. And there's a lot to learn when you're a belly dancer. There's a lot of different styles. You're probably used to the pretty girls. You know, the ones in the two-piece, beautiful costumes. You see them on TV, you'll see them at weddings. And they're a lot of fun to watch. And then you got the tribal girls who come from California and they work their way east, and they are some scary women, okay? Most of them wear black, heavily tattooed, and they like to dance with swords, which were actually scimitars, which were used for beheadings. And here they're going like this. Oh yeah, you want to stay far away from them, okay? So there's Turkish and Romani styles, and they're the fun girls, you know, they like moving their hips and they got their legs open and do a lot of pelvic thrusts and things. And then you have the country girls, and they're balancing baskets on their heads and they're dancing with canes. So with belly dancing, you have to learn a lot of props. As I said before, there's baskets, there's swords. We use finger cymbals to keep rhythm, and snakes. I had to take a snake workshop. This was many years ago, and I remember that. So the classes were given by this woman named Serpentessa, I kid you not, and she had a whole pile of banana pythons, and the females are bigger than the males. The female was so big, it took 3 of us to lift her up. We're not going to be dancing with her. But the males are like 4 to 6 feet long, and they're really heavy. So we're starting the class, and she's going on about the anatomy, and we're like, when are we going to touch the snakes? When are we going to touch the snakes? No, you gotta have to learn about the anatomy and the history and what to do in this circumstance, blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. So an hour into this class, we're ready to touch the snakes. So she picks up a snake, and she gets really close to you, and she looks at your eyes to see if they're constricted, which means you're scared shitless, and she's not gonna give you the snake because she thinks you're gonna drop it, right? I was scared shitless at her. Very strange woman, okay? So you get the snake on you, she drapes it around you, and you're like, you just get a little tight around here. And, you know, snakes are not like dogs. You can't say to a snake, be good, stay still, stop choking me. they don't listen. And if the snake wants to get off of you and go into the audience, there's not a damn thing you can do about it. Can you imagine? So I said, nah, I don't think snakes are for me. Now, some people had gotten the snakes, but you also have to feed them a rat once a week. Now, that's not my cup of tea, you know? To me, belly dance, I really love because of the costumes. Oh my God. Nobody dresses up anymore, but you know, you have to put on the nails, and you gotta do your hair, and your naked. You know, you feel wonderful and glamorous. I mean, I have no pictures of me before the age of 40. It's like I don't even exist, because I, you know, was so ashamed of myself and the body, you know, and now I'm taking pictures all the time, because it's good to have curves when you're a belly dancer, right? You want to see some jiggle, right? Right? So you have a little advantage over the real thin girls, because you have to move harder, you know, to make things jiggle. You know? So my family wasn't thrilled about me taking up this hobby. My kids unfriended me on Facebook. Majorly embarrassed. The friends liked it and thought it was cool, but you know, they did not. Also, the music is kind of jarring. So I'd be listening to the music, and I swear to God, there's one instrument called a mizmar. It sounds like a cat getting sodomized. Yeah, I know it's annoying. You know, I got into theatrical fusion style of belly dance, where you make costumes and your characters. You know, I loved being like Maleficent and Medusa. So everybody would love to invite me for Halloween shows because what the hell is she gonna do next? So I guess my best costume was Ursula. Try dancing with 8 legs, tentacles. Not easy, okay? So when you're a belly dancer and a hobbyist, you can be any size, you can be any age, you can be a man, you can be a woman, you can be trans, you can be other, you can be pregnant, it doesn't matter. You're accepted. Now, if you do this as a business, it's a little competitive, and you might have to look into some plastic surgery. You have to stay physically fit for a very long time to make some money out of it. Now, people are probably wondering, well, how did you make the transition from belly dancer to comedian? And actually, there's a lot of similarities, okay? As a belly dancer, you have to learn choreography, you know, memorize it, practice, and make it look like it was, you know, it was a piece of cake. With a comedian, it's the same thing. You think of a set, and you memorize, practice, and you're not bringing notes up on the stage. You're not looking at the audience going hubba, 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 okay? So there is a lot of similarities that way. What else do I want to say? You know, as a belly dancer, I mean, you can be in any venue. I've been on a yacht. I've been on the beach. I've been in the woods. I've been across country. I got invitations to go to other countries. Been in dance parades. You name it. I guess my favorite experience, though, is I got invited to dance at Woodstock, 50th anniversary. What an experience. 3 days in a pup tent, right? So I was supposed to perform. It was a Friday the 13th night, I kid you not, full moon, in the middle of the woods, 200 drummers, 1,500 stone people. I didn't know which, it was like a cloud. You know, I didn't know whether it was pot smoke or from the bonfire. You know, but you know, I couldn't even breathe. It was quite an experience. So, you know, I got to meet some wonderful people I never would have met otherwise. And when I started out, I was 400 pounds. And did it make me skinny? No. But I'm 150 pounds less than I used to be. Yeah. Right? So, there's some similarities between belly dancers and strippers, honestly. You know, that's what people think we are. We do wear a lot of makeup, and we do wear skimpy outfits, and we do like money thrown at us. Make it rain! Now, the difference is that, you know, strippers will let you put the money on them. You know, they put the dollar bill here, maybe a little bit here. Not us. You got to drain it over our heads or put it on the floor, and we'll have somebody else pick it up. But did you know that we have to share our money with the house and the band? Did you know this? And it used to piss me off, because you ever been to a drag show? Now, they wear makeup just like I do, and an outrageous wig, and a nice costume and high heels, and they lip sync, and they go right up to you, and you're giving them $5, $10, and $20 bills. Why? Because they have an extra appendage? I don't get it. And you don't even see it. It's taped, right? I don't get it. So please tip your belly dancers, and give them more than $1, please. Thank you very much.